In this video, I want to show you just how easy it is to use the Thunderbird web page designer. So let's take a look at, this is the sales page that I have for this particular product. So let's do this. Let's make some modifications to this. Let me show you where we started at. I'll walk you through the process. We're not actually going to build the page, but we're going to make some modifications to it so you'll understand how you do that. First thing that I did was I selected a page and I went over here to pick a landing page. I picked this landing page design right here. I can preview this and I went, yeah, I really kind of like that. There's some things in this I would probably modify and I would change, but for the most part, that's basically what I'm looking for. I don't have any idea what this action panel thing is, so I'll get rid of that. But the remainder of that will probably be just fine with me, okay? So I selected that template. The next thing that I did was I began to make some basic modifications to that. I added my wording up here. I went over here to free access, and I decided what I needed with that free access was I was going to put a pop-up link to that so that I could see, and this is my pop-up right here, so that I could actually see where I get that free access at. I like to keep people on the same page. I don't like to take them away. So what I ended up doing was I created this, and this is the page functioning right here. I created this so that they stay on the page. They enter their information here, and then they click off of it. They're still on the page. So if I want to keep somebody in the same place, it's really easy for me to create a pop-up that gives them this kind of a demo, okay? Or this kind of an opportunity to get in. So that's the first thing that's really important to take a look at. This is what my page is going to look like. And as I look at this, there's some modifications I want to make that will make it work better, all right? So down here where it says amazing features, the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to detail those amazing features, and I'm going to keep them on the same page. I don't want to take them off, but I do want to do something that I think will be helpful. So I have created, I'm going to show you how I create this, okay? I'm going to create a pop-up to do this with. I'm going to pop that up. So I'm going to add a pop-up here. Let's see if I've got the pop-up in it. And there it is right there, store details. This is my pop-up. So I've actually taken a GIF of my store details and I've dropped it in this pop-up, okay? So what I do in order to do that, pop-ups are really easy to build. I just simply grab the widget that I want over here and I pull it over here, and now I can make my modifications from right here. And so and I can do something like that. So really easy to create that pop-up. If I want to make some modifications to that, I can make that, I'll leave the line height the same, but let's change the height of the font. Let's make that 20. Let's make it a color, and I'll make it that color there that's kind of consistent with my theme. Right there. Wait a minute, it's that color. So now I have my pop-up created. I save that. If I want to make modifications to it, I can change the background color. I can do all those kinds of things right here. Really easy to do. All right. So now let's attach that pop-up to this right here. Okay. So now we go in here and take the link. I'm going to attach that link to a pop-up, and it's going to be the store details pop-up. I'm going to select that. Down here under detailed analytics, I've already done that here, and you can see that I've attached the pop-up, and the pop-up is analytics. So we'll select that. Now, come down here. I don't want this to be here. What I want instead is I want a video to play there. So I'm going to delete that image, and I'm going to replace it with a video. I'm going to grab my video, I'll pull the video over here, and this asks me for my video source, and it wants to use the embed code. So I'm going to come over here, grab this embed code, and I'm going to insert the embed code right there. Okay, I'm not going to use a custom thumbnail. In this case, I normally would, and you build a thumbnail, and when you click on the custom thumbnail, it will take you to a place where you can get that. Okay, so Now I've placed my video right there, and I'm going to need to make it a little bit bigger so it can be seen. And we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Now I want to take that same video, or that same little GIF that I had playing. That was the speed. That was a speed test. And so I'm going to grab a widget right here. I'm going to grab a button. I'm going to bring that button down here, and I'm going to modify this button, and I'm going to put this speed test, and I'm going to do that as a pop-up. I have a speed test pop-up right there. I'll select that. I want to change that button, make that button styling match and be consistent with everything else I'm doing. So I do that. I like my buttons to look like buttons. So bring that over about 24, make my font size a little bit bigger. Right there. Save those changes. Let's refresh this page over here and see what we have. Now I need to give more room for my video, but my speed test pops up like that. Let's take a look at my detailed analytics, pops up right there. And again, you're able to keep people on the page and give them additional information without taking them off the page. Okay, so let's see what we have to do in order to make this video look like it's supposed to. So I'll scroll that video down there. Now we're getting close. Move it down a little bit more. We're getting closer. And we're almost there. Move that up a little bit. I get the black line. It tells me that I'm there. All right, save the changes, refresh over here, and there it is. All right. Now that video looks a little large right there. So let's go over here and see if we can modify the size of the video. We can do that. All right, save the changes, see how this looks. If it's going to be over on the side, it's over on the side. So we want to make some changes to that. So, but you see how easy it is to modify the pieces of the puzzle and make it work for you, okay? Not too difficult to make those changes and modify your documents so that they work like they're supposed to, or modify your pages so that they do and accomplish exactly what you want them to accomplish. Okay, very easy process to do. I've taken this button, let's move this up a little bit because we've adjusted the size of our page. Let's go back over and take a look at how close we are. Okay, so there we go. Now, these pages right here just pop out like that. So I can get a look at that. As I go down here, I also have this. Okay, very easy to modify. All right, you begin with a page that's a template, something similar to what you want. You make your modifications to it, and then you tweak it. Personally, I prefer to keep my people on the page, so I like to do things like this. It makes it a lot easier. You say, how does that work on an iPhone or something like that? It works really, really well. Okay.